Hello everybody, Scott here. It's been about a year since I've done a video. I'm getting ready to do the AT 2.0, try again without COVID. So today is March 24th, Wednesday. I leave Vegas on the Friday the 26th. I've got a rental car. I'm going to go to Iowa, spend a couple days in Iowa, visit my mother, pick up my cousin, and then we're heading to Georgia to Amicalola Falls Approach Trail, and we will be starting the AT on March 4th. So we will be marching forth on March 4th. So what's been going on since a year ago when I got off the trail? It's been an interesting year. I know not too much going on, right? About all I did, we pretty much hunkered down. I did make some camping trips and some backpacking trips, short ones. I did do Mount Whitney. That was a lot of fun and exhausting. I could only get a one-day pass. I couldn't get a camping pass, so I had to start at 3 in the morning, and then I had to do like a half hour in the dark when I finished up. Other than that, just probably what everybody else has been doing, trying to get through this COVID garbage. So hopefully it's on its downhill side now. Some people have been asking me if the Appalachian Trail is open yet. Well, it's kind of a weird deal. It's technically not open, but they are letting you register, and they've already got thousands of people registered. So it's one of those strange things. They're not going to give us tags this year. And they say they're not going to record our trip. So if I do make it all the way, there'll be no record that I made it all the way. But if I make it all the way, I'll know I did. So I'm not too worried about that. So I am going to go ahead and show the gear that I'm taking. I've changed a couple things like my sleeping pad. I changed my tent. My pack's about the same weight it was last year because I got a heavier tent, but I went lighter on some other stuff. And I may or may not do a video on the trip to Georgia. We'll see. But I definitely will be doing a video starting the day that we start the trail. Like I said, we're starting March 4th. We're going to do the approach trail and then start the Appalachian Trail. My cousin Kevin, who I'm picking up in Iowa, will be starting with me. I'm not sure how far he's going to go. He may do the whole thing, or he may do a month and then head home. He may do a month and head home and come back. He may come back 2 or 3 times. We're just going to play it by ear. I am planning on doing the whole thing again, but you know how that goes. We'll see what happens. It should be a lot of fun. It'll be fun to have somebody with me, at least for the start, for sure. And hopefully it won't rain every single day for the first 6 days like it did last year. So I hope everybody follows along on my YouTube channel and give me some encouragement when I feel like quitting. And we will see you starting March 4th. So right now I'm going to go ahead and video my gear, and then we will talk to you in a few days. All right, thanks. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the gear video. I'll show you what I changed and what I kept. And then when I get all done, I'm going to go ahead and pack it and weigh it, and I'll let you know what it weighs without food and water. So here we go. So this year I kept with the same pack. It is a Z-Packs Arc Blast 55 liter. It worked good on the trail last year, real lightweight. Let's see what else we got. Next thing is the tent. I put that tent in a compression bag. That's not the one it came in. It's a Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL2. It's a 2-person tent. The stakes, the tent, the rain fly are all in there. And then this is the poles. Last year I had the Z-Packs Duplex. The Duplex only weighs a little over a pound. This tent, fly, stakes, and poles weigh like 3 pounds. But I decided to go with a freestanding tent. It just seems to me like it'll be a lot less hassle. It won't take up as much ground space. what I'm giving up is weight. I'm adding quite a bit of weight, but I think it'll work out better for me. The sleep bag is a Catabotic Flex 15 degree. It's gonna be close to 15 degrees, so hopefully we won't freeze to death. We'll see. What else? All right. The sleeping pad is a Sea to Summit. What is it? Ether Light XT. I had a Big Agnes sleeping pad last year that was really thick, really comfortable. It didn't even last the week I was on trail. It got a hole in it like the third day. I'd have to blow it up a couple times every night, which is real pain in the ass. And I never did find the leak. When I got back home, I soaked it in water, I sprayed soapy water on it. I never did find the leak. This one seems to be sturdier. This bag is actually the bag you use to blow up the sleeping pad. So when I was finalizing my gear, I thought about leaving that bag here and just blowing up the sleeping pad. I tried that once and decided right away that's not gonna happen. It's way easier to blow up with that outer bag. All right. I've got a towel, it's an REI towel, a bigger size towel. My pillow, this year, I've got this little, what is it? Sea to Summit Aeros pillow, ultralight, regular size. And then I've got this little cotton bag that I'm gonna, when I blow up the bag, the pillow, I'm gonna put that in there so that it doesn't slide around as much on the sleeping pad. I've got, for my clothes, I've got long johns. These will basically be for sleeping because when I'm hiking, I usually don't need long johns. I'm gonna have long pants. And when you're moving, you really don't get that cold. So these will mostly be sleeping clothes. They're, I don't know, what are they? Heat holders. They're not the lightest, but they're real reasonable priced. And then for sleeping, I got a pair of darn tough, really super long socks. They're kind of heavy, but it's gonna be pretty cold when we start. So I can send those back home. I can probably send all of those back home as the temperature comes back up. And then the clothes I'm taking that I'll be wearing, of course I'll have a shirt, underwear, socks, and then I'm gonna have one extra pair of darn tough socks, and I'm gonna have one extra pair of underwear, and then I'll be wearing long pants, and then I have a pair of shorts that are the same as my long pants. They're just short. These things are awesome. They're made by Prana, and I've had a pair for a year that I've been hiking with. They still don't have any holes or tears or anything. They're great. And then I've got an extra shirt this year. Last year I went with one shirt, and then all that will go in this pack. So this will be my extra clothes for hiking. These are my sleeping clothes. Then I've got my puffy jacket. I've got a real warm hat that's made by Outdoor Research. This thing, it's like a Elmer Fudd hat. Real lightweight, real warm. And then I got an Arc'teryx puffy with a hood. This packs down to almost nothing. Then I have an Arc'teryx fleece jacket with no hood, real lightweight. That's what I'll be wearing most of the time. Usually you get too hot wearing that, so I'll be wearing it at night, or if I'm sitting having lunch or something, I may have to put that on. When I'm packing, all my hiking clothes, like these two jackets, my gloves, the warm hat will all go in this bag, and they'll be on the front of the backpack in a pouch so that I can get to them easily. And then I have Arc'teryx rain gear, rain jacket, rain pants. Those will go on the outside of the backpack where I can grab them if I need them. What else we got here? I've got two buffs. One is just an Appalachian Trail buff. And the other one is a buff that my friends made me that says AT on it, and it says Katahdin or Bust. Mount Katahdin is the terminus of the trail in Maine. It says when I'm leaving and how many miles it is. So that's pretty cool. For gloves, I've got rain mittens that I'll be wearing if it rains. They're just a real super lightweight rainproof cover. And then this year, I went with mittens that are fingerless. So they got a magnet here. If you take your thumb out, you just go like this and it catches on that magnet. And then you just put this part through this strap right here and it holds it back. So that's nice in the morning when you're trying to break down camp. If you have mittens on, you're always taking them off and then your hands are freezing. So this way you still have your gloves on. This year I'm taking the PDF file AT on my phone, but I've decided it's kind of nice to sit and be able to look at the actual hard copy. So what I'm going to do to cut down on weight, I'm going to tear this into 500-mile sections. So I'll take like the first 500 miles with me in this Ziploc bag, and then when I'm getting close to finishing that section, I'll have Betty send me the next 500 until I'm all done. I changed my water filter this year. This water filter, I was with the one that everybody had last year. I can't remember. Oh, the Sawyer Squeeze. I had the Sawyer Squeeze last year. The Sawyer Squeeze, I kept having a ring fall out of it that I had to replace. And I had to kind of get one of these sports caps to put on it. This one comes with a sports cap. The Sawyer Squeeze you have to back flush to clean. This one you just fill this full of water and shake it a few times and pour it out and shake it and pour it out, and it cleans this filter. And the flow rate on this is a lot faster. So you fill the bag full of dirty water and then you just squeeze the bag. It comes out into your clean water bottle. I think this is going to work a lot better than I actually had some problems with the Sawyer Squeeze. It's a little complicated. And I'm taking my little piece of water bottle to scoop water. Sometimes the water source, you can't really get the big bag down into the water, so you have to scoop up with this little one. For electronics, I've got, this is really nice. This is an Anchor. I can't remember what size, it's like 26,000. And usually it takes like several hours to charge one of these. But this new one has like a 60, I don't know if it's amps or whatever, 60 something. So it charges like in 2 or 3 hours. You can charge that whole brick, and that should last me a week. I'll be charging my InReach satellite system with it. This you can text on your phone. Even if you don't have self-service, you can text on your phone. You can hit, there's a little SOS button you can hit and they'll send help. So that, I'll be charging with this brick. I'll also be charging my light. This light's awesome. It's a little Petzl. And it's got the light and a red light. And the best thing is there's no weight to it. And it's rechargeable. So I don't have to get batteries. I can just charge it off this brick. What else? Cell phone. My watch. This year I'm going with a Garmin Fenix 6 Pro Solar. So this thing is awesome. It does everything as far as hiking. It's location. You can do maps. You can track everything. It lasts days instead of 1 or 2 days. It lasts like 9 days. And it's solar. So if you're in the sun, it'll actually charge while you're hiking. So that's real nice. All right. Of course, I'm taking some wipes. I'll be taking toilet paper. I've got a bag with this bag's just full of repair kits, tape, safety pins. I've got some ibuprofen, stuff like that. This little bag has a notebook, and then I've got like my great niece gave me a little thing of encouragement, and there's some other stuff in here people have given me that are little sayings, stuff like that. Here's my little ditty bag, not much in it. I've got like a toothbrush, toothpaste, a little thing of soap, fingernail clippers, really not a whole lot of stuff in there. Razor blade, not much, just enough to get by. I figure if I need something, if I don't have something and I need it, I can get it on the way, and if I got something I don't need, I'll either give it to somebody or send it back. I changed hiking poles this year. I had the Black Diamond Z-Fold. One of them, it was almost impossible to fold it. It got a little dent in it, and their customer service was kind of crappy. So I went with the Gossamer Gear. And I've been using these quite a while now. They're carbon fiber. They pack up to real small. They're super lightweight. They weigh almost nothing, and they work really good. I'm really happy with them. This will be a lot easier to pack if I'm not using them. They'll be a lot easier to pack in the side of the backpack. They've been real good. I think they're pretty reliable. And then of course I always hike with the short gloves, the little fingerless gloves. And water bottles, I'll have this on my front of my backpack, on my chest, and then this will be in the side. I'm going to go ahead and put a sports cap on there. And then this bag here is the bear bag that you have to throw over a tree limb and hang every night. And here's fill this bag full of rocks. There's a cord that you throw up over the tree, and then you tie the cord to the bag and lift the bag up. Titanium spoon. This is my cook system. Titanium, it's a 700 baht. And the nice thing about this is it actually seals. So if you had to, you could carry water in it, or you could dry soak something in it. Just put it in there and close it. Right now I have the cook stove, the fuel, a buff to clean it with, a little plastic thing you put on the rim so you can drink out of it without burning your lips. What else? Little lighter. Everything I need for this cook system is in here. And then I made this thing a couple weeks ago so that it stays warm, the water stays warm longer when you cook with it. And then I have a little collapsible cup that I'll be using. I wasn't going to take this, but then it's kind of nice. You can go ahead and make tea or coffee or hot chocolate or something, and then you're not using this thing to drink out of, so you can go ahead and make your supper in here too. I'm probably forgetting something, but that's pretty much everything that's going with me. I may change it up a little bit here and there. I keep going back and forth on some things. It's always that battle of, man, that would really be nice to have, but it weighs a pound and I'm already, heavier than I want to be. So we'll see. One thing I'm trying to decide is I took this little butt pad last year. I'm taking it again. It goes on top of your backpack when it's packed up. If you stop for lunch, you just open it up, sit on it. I have this pad, which some people use this as a sleeping pad. I can't sleep with this. It's not thick enough. It's only that thick, and it's not really that warm either. But it is nice to have. You can sit on it. You can, double it up, whatever. So I'm thinking the reason I didn't like it is it's wider than the backpack. I'm thinking about actually trimming it down so that it's the same width as this. So I would be cutting this much of it off the end here. I could use it like if I want to stop during the day and take a nap, I could lay on it. I can use it to sit on it. I can use it as a doormat or whatever for the tent. This weighs about a pound the way it is. So if I cut it down, it'll be even less, so it won't be too bad. All right, this is running long, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I will come back real quick and tell you how much everything weighs once I get it packed up in the backpack. All right, thanks. Okay, so I got my pack all packed up. There it is right there. It weighs right around 20 pounds. I was hoping I could get it lighter, but it's gonna be pretty cold. I don't know how I can get it any lighter. So with food and water, it's gonna be somewhere around 25 to 30 pounds, which is doable. You know, every pound less would be better, but it is what it is. Oh, look. There's Jackie McPoo-Poo. Hey, Jackie. All right, so I will see you guys March 4th.